afternoon and welcome back to the Lee Valley Tennis Centre here in London. It's been months in the making, but we are finally here, the grand finale of the Franklin Pickleball Premier League, live on RAQT TV and across social media. The atmosphere here is absolutely incredible. A record crowd. There's so much interest growing in the sport, and you can see it here this afternoon as well. We will speak to our expert commentator in a few moments' time in the form of Rob Williams. But first, I want to welcome in the chair lady of pickleball. Karen, please come and join me. This is Karen Mitchell. Karen, it's a pleasure to have you here in the studio with us. What a day this has been so far.
And what a dream breaker that was.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, our last round of fixtures, going all the way to that dream breaker was, I mean, it was must-watch pickleball.
It was, yeah, it was. And I'm looking forward to watching it again when I get home.
Well, I think there'll be a lot of repeats on that on RAQT TV.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're setting ourselves up ready for Season 2. We're looking ahead to the future. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, I'm not actually involved with PPL, but I do definitely endorse it, support it, whatever, because I think it's great to have sport at the top level having its own events. So definitely a wholehearted supporter. From a Pickleball England perspective, though, you know, things are growing so much that it could be different people playing next year, right?
Well, this is what it's all about, bringing new people on board, getting them involved with the sport, and then growing it from there, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. So how has it been so far? Because I know there's been a few clinics going on and stuff as well, and loads of people. It's just been kind of a festival of pickleball action, really.
Yeah, I tried to play a few games over there, festival, and I've got a bit of an arm injury, so that's why I say tried, but very enjoyable, and all I see is smiles. And my husband's been playing non-stop since he got here, so he's a very happy man as well. I heard a lot of rave reviews about the clinics. I didn't actually get up here early enough for the clinics, but I've heard rave reviews. But I've also been talking to people about, you know, just the level of play here, and, you know, it's rocking, it really is.
So Karen, then, talk to us exactly about what Pickleball England does, how they're involved, how they support the sport, and how they are helping it grow.
So we've got regional directors and national directors, and we put in place programs to help the growth of sport. We work with clubs, answering any questions that they've got. We put them on our club locator so that we can drive people to their clubs. We've got a membership that we, of players, so we write to them on a monthly basis to tell them what's going on. We put on events. We've got doubles leagues, we've got team leagues, and we've got our English Open and our English Nationals events. We also have got a coaching curriculum. Rob Williams, who's one of the commentators today, he and Sam Basford, who's got a team here, but he's not here himself today, they put together a curriculum which just to put a pilot out there. So we're going to be training lots of people to become coaches, and we also put in place a Pickleball Leaders certification probably about 3 years ago. Elaine Shalcross, our Northwest Regional Director, she developed the program, and we have put on hundreds of those now.
Amazing.
And you know, each of them has a minimum of 12 people at those workshops, so if we put on hundreds, you can do the math, right?
Well, this is it. I mean, we've seen some of the open events, including the one in Telford coming up as well.
Yep.
I mean, how should someone get involved with pickleball? If they've seen this on RAQT TV today and they're like, I want to give it a go, what would be the first stop?
Go to pickleballengland.org and look at our club locator to find places to play. Get in touch with those clubs, see if they've got room for you. If not, get in touch with Pickleball England and we'll tell you where else you might be able to try. Or we can help you set up your own club.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, we do that a lot as well. So, with lots of tips that people have provided over the years, we know now what really sort of creates a great club.
Well, Karen, thank you so much. Before you go there, very quickly, who are you picking as our finals winner?
Oh, I think James is so hot today that I've got to pick James, and he's one of our directors as well, so I've got to support our director.
Got to keep it with the directors.
Yeah,
Karen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
very
you.
much
Thanks.
Appreciate that. As we have a look at how our two finalist teams got there in the end, it was been a great tournament here, and that's what we're playing for, the Evelina Trophy. Racquetball beating out Pickleball Store 4-3 with that dream breaker at the end. Thaddeus Hill, of course, has never lost. Thaddeus Locke, sorry, has never lost a Dream Breaker until today. James's Team RAQT absolutely well, smashing it there to get themselves through. We'll have a look at our other finalists as well. These were the guys playing on court 2. Pickleplay second seeded in the league, winning 4-1 out against Scan there. A brilliant performance from Louis' team. Very proud of getting through to the final. And then this is what that final looks like. It's going to be RAQT taking on Pickleplay. Very exciting indeed. That exciting is palpable in the air. I'm going to bring in our expert commentator, Rob. I mean, what a final we got between these two. I mean, are you surprised by who's here?
It's always, you say, don't bet on a Dream Breaker against Thaddeus Locke until today.
Until today, absolutely.
Yeah.
100% on Dream Breakers until now.
Absolutely. And it was an upset for probably the community that were expecting a win for Pickleball Store. There's like actually, there tends to be a kind of a flow into those matches in PPL, and we haven't seen that today, so it's a big break. Absolutely.
So what are we expected to see then from this final? It was a final that I don't think many people are expecting. It's a second-seeded team against a fifth-seeded team. James's team, they're going to be fatigued slightly coming into this, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, but let's not talk about fatigue. Let's talk about momentum.
Very true.
So
very
actually,
true,
if you think about what we've got now, is we've got Louis' team in Pickleplay that have played the first round in the semi-finals, and we've got a team that's on a roll, that's come back from a tough battle in their first round in those playoffs, and then have come through 3-2 and won this to 3-3 and actually pulled that one off. So there's something about the momentum and following through as a team and keeping that going on a day. Sometimes you just get on a roll and it keeps on going.
So what exactly is going to take to win this between these two sides? What are those little specifics that you're going to be looking out for?
It's going to be team selection. That if you look at memory that Pickleplay has got a full squad. They've got all 6 players here, and Team RAQT are only playing with 4 players. So there is very little strategic nuance you can change when there's only 4 players, and you've got to play everything with that 4 players. There'll be who do you pick or not pick for certain fixtures when you're looking at Pickleplay. That could be the difference, but you can have fresher legs.
And of course, Louis, a European champion for Pickleplay. James, arguably the best player in pickleball at the moment for RAQT. It's a clash of the titans.
It is. Last time I saw this is when James was deploying that serve to the forehand strategy and get that first angle, and it was a toughie, so let's see if that happens on again this time.
Well, Rob, I'm going to let you go back to commentary.
Thank you.
Karen, thanks again for joining us in the studio. We'll catch you up in just a few moments' time. It's a big one between these two sides. Let's have a look at that fixture one more time as we head first, of course, into the men's singles. And taking that, well, we talked about the clash of the titans. It's our 2 captains, of course, Louis, European champion in his own right, taking on James Chowdhury, captain of RAQT, a gold winner at the English Nationals last year. So it's Europe versus England in this first round final men's singles. It is definitely going to be must watch, fast and furious pickleball action. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to your expert commentary team with Karen and Rob.
Thank you, David. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to this finale of the grand final of the season 1 of the Franklin Premier Pickleball League. Good afternoon, Karen.
This is the best seat in the house, Rob.
It's absolutely phenomenal, and obviously we have Hawkeye for the final. We actually have the full line review system in play. We
haven't seen that since Bolton.
Oh, Ed's Eagle Eye, wasn't it, at that time? Yeah, this is going to be phenomenal. This is something that we are privileged to have, that we're not seeing on the American tour at the moment.
Yeah.
Something that really does give you that categorical in or out call.
Yeah, and hopefully swiftly as well, because that's what happens with the American streams. It just takes so long, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean...
And then it's not a great picture either.
Well, I remember when we used this in Bolton, the version of this within 2 or 3 seconds. Yeah. And I believe we've got a feed as well today. They're actually going to feed the footage into our feed.
We'll see that here?
Yeah, we'll see it here
I'm staying then.
Yeah. So League Director Ed Hare's there, just working out start from there. So you've kind of pitched your colours to the mast of Team James this afternoon?
I think I have to, because he is on our board, and he is so hot right now, you know, on this morning's play.
Yeah.
And he did so well at the US Open as well. I just feel like he's on a roll, you know. His energy is so high, his confidence is high, you know. And I think Louis knows that.
Yeah. Pickleball's a mental game.
Yeah, I
we
agree.
can't define how much of it is mental.
Yeah.
What we can define is that it's vitally important. So we're about to start here, 0-0. James to serve.
Ooh. That might have been the commentator's curse early. Sorry, James.
Oh, we've had 2 net calls in 2 points. Yeah.
Oh, nice shot, Louis.
Oh, slightly nervous start from James there. 3 points on the spin.
I can't believe it. I'm going to have to take it all back. That's better.
Yeah, trying to take that ball cross court is going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's a very slim margin to hit that ball in there. So
Yeah.
first points to James, 1-3.
I'll say Louis is rocking that pink as well.
Yeah. Oh, and he's put that
Oh.
wide with his Skechers shoes.
Yeah,
The Tyson colourway.
yeah.
Another one of Pickleball England's sponsors.
Very proud of that sponsorship.
That's a great pass
Oh,
shot
that's
there from
lovely.
James. James able to get off
If
that
you're going to have
first
some
angle.
nerves, you might as well have them at the very beginning because there's time to catch up.
Get 'em out of the way.
Yeah.
It's a good thing with this game, 3-game format. And obviously no freeze on the rally scoring of
No, I
this.
noticed that.
So we haven't had anything go to 14-14 yet. And obviously that is very much a pressure situation. So not a lot of predictable patterns of play at the moment. We've seen fairly short points here, not a lot of cat and mouse, not anything particular strategy-wise. It's whether James is continuing that strategy of going for the first foot, going for the forehand on the return.
Oh.
Lovely drop there in control from Louis.
I remember the first time these two played singles against each other at Bolton in 2021, was it? Oh man, was that a close game? I think that just hit the line, right?
Louis calling that out.
Oh,
Maybe that's one to use the line review system.
well, it
for,
would be
but
good, wouldn't it? No one's asking. They've got to ask for it then, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, that is lovely, James.
I think there may be an element of you've got 2 choices. You've got 2 chances, so keep them in reserve when you really need it.
Right.
5-5, it's close enough. It's a fairly
Yeah,
close-ish
yeah.
situation in an early game.
Yeah.
Don't use them up. That's a great
Oh,
cross-court
that is
drive.
beautiful.
Obviously,
It looked effortless
Yeah.
as well, didn't it?
new layers of strategic nuance with review systems, timeouts, things we don't normally see over here.
Has anyone taken any timeouts today?
We had one, I think might have had one, just a little bit on those
Right.
disruptive defensive timeouts, try and
Right.
sort of stop some momentum.
Yeah, because I haven't seen any since I've been watching.
Yeah. So as expected, things are pretty tight at 8-6 here
Yeah.
for Team RAQT.
Neither of them are going to make it easy for the other.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the right shot. It's the right decision to make. You've got that gap to hit into that Lou's running into, but you're having to change that direction against a hard hit ball. It's not the easiest thing to control. Oh, that is so good.
Oh,
That is
that's
so good,
lovely.
James. The wrist control on that shot to get that back cross court on the stretch is
Very
outstanding.
nice.
That's a bit of a gimme from James there.
It
A
was.
fairly soft point. Let's give that one away. Not a lot hit on that return.
That court looks gorgeous though, doesn't
It
it?
does.
Can't wait to see 40 odd of them. Oh,
That same shot again, he turned it wide, yeah. Potentially we'll be as emotional as we were last year when we saw those 40 courts going out that day. Great hustle from both
Oh,
of them.
definitely. Lots of good control. Oh.
Yeah, excellent movement there. I think the more emotional one was the 40 courts when there was no one on them at the end of the last day.
Yeah, that seems cruel, doesn't it?
Yeah. So 10-9. Nice close game here. Is that a goal? Oh, yes, away. Oh, we're having a challenge.
I think they should have a challenge.
Yeah, line review challenge here.
We want to see the line review challenge, right?
I believe leader is coming over. Oh, here we come. So, here we go. Review.
Oh, that was on the line.
Let's pull it through from here, and ball is.
I would say that was on the line. It's too close for it to be called out.
Too close to call. So now we're back.
Oh, did we miss the next point?
No, we're still live, Karen. We are now at. Let's see what's the score from Ed. 11-10. So 11-all.
Oh, unlucky Louis.
Just dipping a little bit too much to control that ball and get it over the net. So we're getting into the business end of this first game, Karen, at 12-11.
Yeah.
It's going to think who holds their nerve first.
Yeah.
That's a great passing shot there. Just allowing James to get inside that and hit it inside in.
I think James was lulling Louis into a false sense of security. There I was.
Here we go, first time out, Karen.
Yeah.
Louis taking a breather.
And actually, I think in singles it's even more important, right?
Oh, absolutely. Let's not talk about the conversation between Christian Alshon and the tennis pros from a couple of weeks ago on Twitter. That all went a little bit interesting.
Yeah, it did.
Although
yeah. They did goad them a bit, though.
Yeah. Although to say I am still of the mindset that tennis is not as hard on my body as pickleball is in singles. I find pickleball singles absolutely brutal.
Really?
Just because, although it's shorter, everything's much more dynamic and sudden, and I feel that the reaction time hasn't slowed down enough.
I think that's what Christian was really saying, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we're back here from the timeout at 13-11. That's a good return there from Louis.
Oh, that was so close back there. I'm unlucky.
I think Louis might have switched hands and tried to go left-handed on that. He did refer to having no backhand on his bowling ID when he went bowling a couple of nights ago. Yeah. Louis, no backhand Laville, unfortunately. That's 15-11 to James on that first game. All went a little bit off the rails towards the end of that first game from Louis.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and bring it back for the next one.
I'm sure that he will come out aggressive for that second game. If I remember rightly, that first time they met, James had game 1, Louis had game 2. Or maybe it was Louis had game 1 and James had game 2, and then it looked like James had game 3, and then Louis brought it back. So, and I think that often happens between them in singles. You think someone's got the edge, and then suddenly the other one takes it, you know.
I mean,
so there's not much to tell between these two.
The margins are a lot slimmer because you're covering so much more court.
Yeah.
The
one thing I will say though is that James went deeper into the draw at the US Open. So if he brings that momentum with him, I think James will have the edge.
Well, see, James is coming from tennis, isn't he? Louis
That's
from a
true.
squash background, so this is the closest format we play to classical tennis.
Yeah.
You can see the same thing with Freddie Powell as well, coming in from tennis as well. Another one that Ben Corsten obviously is more from rackets, but you've got a lot of the Molly comes in from tennis. Yeah, good pick up there from Louis. Good dynamic movement to the kitchen. And now we're at 1-1. Yeah, just a nice control drop there from James, using the whole width and depth of the court there to run Louis around.
And, you know, Louis did get there, he just couldn't control the ball when he got there. Good hustle.
That's a bit of a gimme from that one. But in singles, you've got to get that serve right and that return right, or you're always on the back foot in the rally. Those are the two key shots. Yeah, and again, Louis running a variation of the same pattern that James ran on him.
Yeah. They know each other's game well.
All of the UK players at this level play each other so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movement there from
Lovely
James.
cross court there from James. But I think he's really good at those cross courts, isn't he? Lovely.
And keeping away from the non-volley zone line as well. Easy to fall in on those. Yeah, just a little bit too much James trying to achieve on that one. Louis putting under a lot of pressure by getting to that net early.
James is looking a little fatigued now, actually.
So we're now at 3-4.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
that was a really good shot.
Score now at 4-4. Louis to serve. Pulled a couple back. Yeah, Louis frustrated himself. You can probably hear that on the camera. Karen, I actually saw a player at the local South East Pickleball League that looked exactly like Louis when he played. It was like he'd been watching a video of him play. There's so many different things that he did.
Do you think
that
he's
were
been
very
copying him?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Oh, flattery.
Yeah. Although I believe he came from squash, and obviously that maybe there's an element of squashness in the posture, in the body language that may translate over.
Okay.
So 6-4 to James here for Team RAQT. Up comes the lob. Ooh,
oh,
that was an opportunity there
now,
for James.
if that had gone over the net, that would have been a lovely shot.
Yeah. We've seen a fair few lobs today. I think they've come back and got the confidence from the US Open.
I was going to say, I think that's from the US Open. I can't believe how many lobs there were there. And you saw that Badia's opening shot
against the
Waters was a lob. And she won it, so
and it was her
biggest cheer.
And it was her opening shot today on show court.
Oh,
the first game was a lob.
Oh, dear.
That's a great pick-up again from James. He's so good moving laterally across the non-volley zone line.
Yeah.
To be fair, both players are really strong at that. If you're going to play singles,
I think James's height gives him another advantage. It seems to take him less time to get across that area than it does
to get across
Louis.
there.
Yeah.
Although, obviously, I did play against Chris Gregory, our beach volleyball player at 6'10", and used his height against him by getting it very low.
Right.
For every benefit, there is also a disadvantage.
Yeah.
And it's your ability to take advantage of those things. Oh, Louis going to be disappointed with that.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a lead starting to open up here at 9-6.
Come on, Louis. You can fight back. I know you can.
That's such a good serve. That's really challenging. That's right on the baseline. There's not a lot Louis can do to control that. He's trying to come in inside out on that. This is the kind of format where you have to go for it. The stakes are high. Everyone's got to keep pushing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great volley there from James. And
lovely
interesting enough, obviously not visible on camera, is that how many people have stopped playing in the festival alongside and watching this match.
Yes, it's
the stands are absolutely full.
Yeah.
It's literally standing room only. Yeah, that's lovely control there from James.
Yeah.
You would think into the open space because there's an acre of it, but that's where your opponent thinks you're going.
Yeah.
So put it where you think it's not.
Yeah. That's good strategy.
Oh,
that would have been a lovely shot if it.
Just Lou's looking a little bit tight, a little bit desperate here. He just needs to maybe take 10% off everything. 13-7.
Now that was a lovely shot.
Yeah, there was not a lot for James to hit into there. He's disappointed. He knows he could have gone into an acre of space cross court.
I think it's what he had to do because of the shot that Louis did.
He put him wide. It's going to be hard to control it across.
Exactly.
But more a case of his slow to movement.
Ooh.
Oh, we've got another review coming in. Here comes a review. That looks out to me.
Yeah.
Phenomenal how fast we've got access to this review system.
Yeah.
So 9-13.
Oh.
And just thrown it away.
At least he's laughing.
Maybe Louis saying it probably was in. So 14-9. Oh, and that is game and match. Great way to finish it from James there. But how excellent to see Hawkeye available to use that quickly, that fast.
Absolutely.
No delays, no waste of time. Bang, off we go.
Absolutely.
So, first game and first round to Team RAQT, 2-0. Definitely on a roll, Karen.
Yeah, I thought that the momentum was with James, really, coming out of that last match. And that superb dream breaker as well.
Excellent. So we're going to throw back over to Dave in the studio when we come back for the women's doubles.
And Karen there. It was great to see Hawkeye being used twice for the first time here in the Franklin Pickleball Premier League finale. It looks like RAQT with the first point of the day on the board from winning that first game, which was the men's singles. Women's doubles on the way next, including a whole load of other stuff. We'll be right back with you here from Stratford on Next. Hello and welcome back to the Franklin Premier Pickleball League Grand Finale. We are one game down, our second, the women's doubles on the way next. But before we head down to court, I'm going to be joined by the wonderful Julie Mack. Julie, hello, Vice Captain, of Team Scan and part of the amazing work that Deaf Pickleball are putting together, the action group there. Talk us through it. I mean, a brilliant work you guys are doing.
Yes, it's starting to really pick up. My background professionally is working with deaf people.
Yeah, former England manager for the women's.
Well, my professional job, so I work for local government. So I started off working in a sensory impairment team. I'm a qualified UEFA B football coach, so I wanted to combine my love of sign language with my original love of football. So I got involved with Fulham Football Club, setting up deaf football teams. That then went on to working with the Great Britain deaf football teams. That went on to working with the English deaf football teams. And my deaf players from football have actually now come to me and said, "What is this stupid game you're playing? I want to learn it. It looks so much fun." So, yeah, I've got lots of them involved, doing lots of taster sessions.
Well, this is a thing. You've been running a clinic today.
Yes.
How has that come about? How has people taken to that?
You know, people have just embraced it. Pickleball is an amazingly exclusive sport anyway. There's absolutely no reason for anybody with a disability not to get involved. it's very simple. We're just doing some basic scoring, just some coaching, some feeders, and they're all embracing it, and it's going to get a lot bigger.
And you mentioned there the inclusivity of the sport, and actually Pickleball England are now a member of UK Deaf Sport, which is an absolutely just a huge thing to be part of.
Absolutely, and that's something that we've now set up a Deaf Pickleball Action Group. So I'm helping a group of deaf people just with some strategy work and how we're going to move this forward. What does the future look like? You know, what are our aims and objectives for the future? And it's really, really exciting. Absolutely,
it sounds it. Now, Julie, I'm going to ask you to help me preview our next matchup here for you now. I believe we have our lineup of the women's doubles. I mean, it's been such an action-packed day so far already, hasn't it?
Yes, definitely.
So for Pickleplay, they've got Sabrina Pereira alongside Auntie Giuliano. And RAQT, we saw this partnership earlier on as well. Jess Wilson and Mercedes Baxter-Chinnery. What should we be looking out for here?
Well, I do play regularly with Mercedes, and I must say Mercedes' game has come on amazingly of recent. Jess, very, very solid player, tennis background, loves to drive the ball. Sabrina, again, good tennis player, lot younger, so still learning the game, still developing. Auntie's quick. Auntie's got good hands.
Amazing. And of course, Sabrina, only 18 years old as well.
Yeah.
This is a big moment for her in this grand finale.
Yeah, you know, she's the future of pickleball. You know, it's people like Sabrina that we need on the courts. We need people watching, and you know, we need to put resources into developing players like Sabrina.
And of course, the work you're doing is the future of pickleball as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there's just lots and lots going on. Pickleball England, obviously, you know, are absolutely amazing in all the work they're doing. You know, thanks to them, you know, they're now supporting deaf pickleball, and that's amazing for me and the deaf community that I'm working with.
Well, Julie, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you here as we pass things back over to our commentary team in the form of Karen and Rob.
Thanks, David. Just about to get underway. So nearest to us on the camera we have Auntie Giuliano on the left and Sabrina Edwards-Pereira on the right. And on the far end we're going to have Jess and Mercedes. So I'm assuming we're going to see the same configuration as last time, with Jess playing right and Mercedes playing left, which is a slightly less classical configuration you would expect to see in ladies doubles. You would expect to normally have Jess playing on the left as the harder hitter and the more aggressive player, but she's played right all day. So there's clearly something that she's used to playing right, or likes playing on the right-hand side. It'll be interesting to see if we can, obviously in the last round, Mercedes was playing a very backhand cross-court dink pattern very much over and over again with this new two-handed backhand we've been seeing, but didn't have a lot of variation to it.
Say that when I was watching Jess and Mercedes this morning, I thought how good they were at resetting and defending.
Case in point, Karen. Yes. Very much. And we live to fight another day, and off they go. Auntie just cheating a little bit too much in the middle there. Just a little bit too much, and leaving that gap for Jess to hit behind her. So 1-1. Oh, that's in.
Oh, wow. Felt sure that was going to go out.
Yeah. I like those initiations from Mercedes and Jess. This is different to how we were seeing them
play earlier.
Yeah, there's definitely not afraid to pull the trigger.
Very different people opposite them.
Yeah, you're not speeding up at Thadia. Yeah. Emma's great at resetting, but
Emma, I can't believe how well her game has come along. So good at defence and reset.
Yep. See, this is interesting. I'm seeing that there's a tendency for all of the ladies today, when they were resetting, to reset down the line, which is much harder to be successful, and many of them are up in the air. If you go cross court, you've got more space to add into, so as a development piece, certainly trying to get those drops cross court Sabrina there's got a little bit more room to get it to land. Makes such a difference in your ability to kick those defensive balls. Be less threatening.
Nice.
Leaning in, trying to initiate on that. I don't dislike that. It's maybe a smidge low, but obviously Sabrina's quite tall, so she's got long levers to reach in and take it. Also pleased to see she's wearing safety specs. Good counter there. As you're well aware, Karen, big advocate on my side of the commentary booth in keeping those eyes protected.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you.
Good hands, Auntie. Really good control there. Pulled out wide and able to get back and recover and finish off. So 4-3. That's got to go.
Ooh,
yeah,
that was just too high. That
yeah, it gives
shot from
Mercedes.
Auntie.
Yeah, Mercedes got room to swing.
Yeah,
and a very short target ahead of her with Mercedes. I saw with Sabrina in front of her. So now 4-4. Oh, that is that. Wow, what a serve that was! That was an incredible serve. Literally painted both the tee and the front and the middle and the sideline, middle and the baseline.
well, nice to see them pressing them back.
Yeah. Oh, that's wide. There's certainly a bit more instigation and people actually pushing a little bit harder and trying to initiate attack. So 6-4 to Team Pickleplay. I wonder if anyone's going to deploy the Thadia lock lob tactic against Mercedes, because we saw about 6 or 7 in the same game.
Wow.
I think she realised that the overhead wasn't terribly strong.
Right.
And it was quite a good way of pinning them back.
Yeah. But these girls probably were playing their own game at that time, so didn't get to watch that and see it. So, and that's the thing, when you're playing in a team thing during the day, you don't necessarily get to see who your opponents, how they play.
I mean, it's very difficult. Obviously, we've got things like the Euros coming up, and how we're going to get our own teams to have scouts against the opposition when they're already being supported on their own side.
Absolutely.
You almost, but then maybe the sport's going to get to that space where if you look in America, the PPL. So in MLP, you've got GMs that are scouting and putting games plans together. It's only one way the game is going to go, potentially over here as well.
Exciting times.
That's a great serve there from Mercedes right on the baseline.
Yeah.
Really pushing Auntie back.
I don't think she was far enough to receive that serve, to be honest. Oh.
So now at 9-6. Oh, thank you, Mr. Net. That is the definition of the sorry not sorry shot. So 7-9. I like that dink location from Sabrina there.
Yeah.
A small angle change, but accessing that back foot.
I'm almost thinking that Jess and Mercedes are playing a bit too timidly.
Yep.
They're both of them quite heavy hitters, so why aren't they deploying that skill?
I think there's an element that Sabrina's doing a really good job of resetting and getting into the non-volley zone line and playing with soft hands.
Right.
So they're not getting that
opportunity.
Yeah, they're not obvious opportunity apart from hitting a third and driving it.
Right.
As we see there. But again, Sabrina's reset it perfectly.
Oh, yeah,
perfect
she did.
Reset from the downline ball. And then Mercedes is going and swinging on the second one.
Yeah.
When best to fight another day and just put that dink in.
Yeah. No, I think you're right, actually.
That's another great. See what a great return of serve there again.
Nice and deep.
There's very little ever wrong with hitting a ball deep in pickleball.
It's true. So those girls' faces don't tell me that they think they're in the final.
Jess is looking extremely intense. And she seems to have calmed down. The first time she was on show court today, you could see her getting more and more wild with herself.
Yeah.
And she seems to be more calming in herself now. So 10-12.
I think she needs a little bit of coaching from Molly in the psychology side.
Yep.
Oh.
Obviously, there's that new book that's been published, the Pickleball Mindset book from Dane Gingrich, which I have read.
Recommend it?
Yep, it's good. It's a good read. If you've read Performance... Oh, what a great reset from Sabrina there.
You're right, she's very good at them.
Yeah, Mercedes absolutely wailed that ball at her.
Yeah.
And just put 2 hands on it and reset it into the kitchen like nothing was going on.
It's lovely.
Time out here at 12-all. So, yeah, so the Mindset book, yes, a good read. It's, if you've read any other kind of mindset books related to sport, then it's got a lot of similarities in there. But obviously they've got Jill Martin, who's the co-author, and she is talking about her experience working with Dane as an amateur. So it sort of makes it very relatable.
Right.
And it's not just a dry book about what he's saying, it's how it's actually worked with her.
Okay.
Or we can see on picture now, we can see Jason and Fiona, Sabrina's mum, just behind us on the shot there. In the corner where we found Team RAQT going. So it's 12-all. All to play for on this first game.
Yeah. And I think that whoever wins this first game will have a nice, you know, motivational advantage going into the second.
Yep. So 13-12. Jessie's winded it up again.
Oh.
So Jess can hit the ball really hard, but there's a very obvious wind up for that. So you can kind of see it coming, so you can brace yourself for impact.
It. Yeah, yeah.
That's a great reset there from Auntie. I love the way she's resetting that mid-court ball, cross-court. Lots of landing space. You can't jump the early. Oh, just on the tip of the paddle there. Here we go. This is big. This is match point. So game point. Let's see what happens on this serve. Oh, and it's gone wide.
Oh.
And that's game.
Oh.
15-14. Must be too clear.
Yeah.
So 15-all. So we're in a too clear format at 14-14 rather than the race to 15.
Who's going to hold their nerve?
Yeah. I did want to come with a 15 straight out on one was going to be a very harsh way to finish a match. Oh. Auntie just getting a little bit of handcuff access in that paddle hip. But Sabrina again doing an excellent reset. Oh, there's Evelina by the looks of it. So this is going back and forth, 1 point either way. It's getting very tight here.
Oh.
It seems that whoever's serving isn't able to get over the line.
Yeah.
It just needs one big serve and third to be successful to maybe win this game. Good access to that inside foot. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Interesting the change in the dink pattern there.
Yeah.
Just getting it a little bit more central to get Auntie to pop it up.
Mercedes did a really good job holding her nerve there.
She was getting absolutely peppered earlier in the day. Just everything was going back cross-court when she was playing against. I think it was Dan Wren, was it? No, it was Emerson. It was Emerson hitting constantly over and back to lots and lots and lots of balls coming her way. And obviously, momentum still going. The Team RAQT in the doubles again. Jess has switched back to her original paddle. She was using a different paddle for singles earlier.
Oh, was she?
Using the power version of one of the paddles from her sponsor.
Oh, right.
And now back to a more conventional doubles paddle she's using.
I do like the pink outfits of pickle play.
They are very noticeable.
My water bottle's pink, so I think it might be one of my favourite colours.
Is that a Catherine Parento version I see there? I thought so. I may have the same brand in yellow. So we'd better start game 2 here. Auntie's is going to be Sabrina to serve.
Sabrina's still only, what, 17?
Yeah, just check that on here for you.
18, wow.
That's a good speed up there. Absolutely perfect decision making there. Oof. Don't pop that ball up.
No. And actually, you know, I do feel that Mercedes is using her strength a bit more over the last few points. Not being quite so conservative, you know.
So now into that diagonal dink pattern we were seeing earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky. Auntie and Sabrina, not quite sure who's taking the middle ball, but I like the fact she changed the pattern. So yeah, no review on that one. Taking the call of it being an out ball. So 2-1 to Team RAQT. I like that. So historically, we've been seeing Mercedes hit that ball back cross court with her backhand, and just didn't slide across with it and took it inside out on the forehand. It was a great shout. Like inside in on the forehand.
I feel like James's pep talk hit the mark.
Yeah, something's happened.
Yeah.
They seem to be initiating a little bit earlier and being less afraid to fire.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot that.
Yeah. Oh, that's not whilst that is your ball, Jess, that is not the location to put that ball with that directional change. I think we've found recently, Cam, with the paddle technique we've got, people are more willing to instigate power than they used to. It always used to be the pickable maxim that whoever sped up first lost the rally. That's not the same anymore. It's so much easier to get balls in with the modern paddle technology we've got.
Right.
So people are more inclined to actually accelerate from lower below the net because they can get that ball down and in.
Called that long.
Yeah. I did a little test earlier in the week. I worked out that if you hit a ball about 35 miles an hour from your non-volley zone line, around 18 inches off the ground, and it just clips the net, it is going in. And I tested that with my ball machine. And I was getting to land maybe 6 inches inside. So, okay, I know I need to hit every one of those. So I can drill that and know what an out ball looks like when you're being sped up on.
Yeah.
Great.
Because that is actually quite an art, knowing an out ball.
Yeah.
Too many people just hit the ball regardless.
Yeah. It's something we don't practice.
Yeah.
It's hard to practice not hitting a ball. You're in this game to hit a ball.
Yeah. I think that when you're watching games, you need to sort of like say whether you think it's going out or not and watch what actually happens, you know. Get used to it, you know.
Well, potentially, if we can get the ball track from Hawkeye system, then that can track whether the balls are going in or out from the point it's going past you. So actually you can see where they were going to after the event. Oh, Auntie. That's just a very flat shot. There's no shaping on that ball to get it over with any topspin, so you've got to get the angle of your paddle perfect for that to work. So just too flat a swing path on that. Yeah, great job.
Oh, that was lovely, Jess.
So timeout from Team Pickleplay, starting to shift away from a little bit. Team RAQT definitely doing well here. James pleased with the outcomes for his team. So Jess and Mercedes have played a fair bit together. I'm just going to double check the score from downstairs. I think it's 8-6 from memory. Certainly there's going to be an element of Team Pickleplay being behind, because they're going to want to arrest that momentum that we're seeing from Team RAQT.
Yeah.
Let's see who's going to grab that ball, then we'll know we're on an odd or an even score. Yeah, it looks like it's just starting at 8-6. Okay, so we're now coming back in at 8-5 to Team RAQT. Oh, good hands exchange, and there's a clatter in the middle.
None of that was very elegant, but they ended up winning, RAQT. You are right. Sabrina is really, really good at those resets.
It's probably having Ewan and Jason smacking the ball at her all
Probably
the time.
Probably is, yeah. But my question is she being aggressive enough in this match?
In the right-sided role, you can get away to a degree in being passive, in that you are going to be more than likely the person the ball is hit to more. And instigating from the right is difficult, because you've got difficult access unless the ball's on your inside foot to speeding up without the ball going wide. Because if you're trying to go to the right...
So you don't think she's got many opportunities to do it, really, then?
What you've got to look at is the right-sided player is your assist player. So they're one that keeps you in the rally and sets up points. So what you're looking for your right to do is hit slightly more aggressive roll dinks, cross-court, aiming at the inside and outside foot of the player on the right, and try and get them to dip their head and then pop the ball up.
Right.
So you're looking to get some shape on them.
Right.
Use the space on the court to get that ball into some uncomfortable locations to make it lift. That's a great pick up there from Jess, just cutting across, taking that ball early and hitting it back over Auntie's non-paddle shoulder there. And then just getting out the way, you can't really react quickly enough. No, too much on that. And that is it.
They did it.
To Team RAQT. So 1-1 in the fixtures now. Actually, no, 2-0.
I was going to say, RAQT got 2-0.
2-0, so off to a quick start.
Yeah.
So a comprehensive second game there for Team RAQT. So we're going to throw back over to Dave in the studio.
So there you have it then, another point on the board for RAQT. Let's have a look at those scores so far then. Well, it's all going the way of RAQT. We mentioned earlier on with Rob in the studio the momentum that RAQT could have. But you got to start thinking they went to a dream breaker earlier on in that semi-final. Will that fatigue start to show itself ahead of the mixed doubles? It's going all RAQT's way, but Pickleplay still have got a few cards up their sleeve. How that affect them heading in towards match 3. So still lots more to come then from here in Stratford. But today isn't just about lifting the trophy. There's another incredible effort happening too. Team SB Pickleball's owner and vice captain Sam Basford has been flying the flag in the sports as one of the leading players and coaches in the UK. But when he was rushed to hospital last year and diagnosed with a disease 300 times rarer than diabetes, his life was turned upside down. The PPL are using today's event to raise awareness and funds for the Addison's Disease Self-Help Group. And Sam spoke to us earlier this week.
I started playing pickleball in September of 2016. over the years we've been playing now and seeing all the sorts of different people that have played, you know, regardless of experience, age, physical ability. I started SB Pickleball at the end of 2022. The aim with that was just to provide me a mechanism really to continue doing what I was already doing. So coaching across the country, putting on different events, festivals, tournaments. Love being involved sort of at the grassroots level of pickleball and being able to call it work. I'd been sort of on and off ill for probably about 4 to 6 weeks. Got to sort of the week before Christmas, I think it was the 16th or 17th of December. Started to feel really unwell and had an incident, fainted in the middle of the night. Ambulance was called and had quite a lot of concern when they arrived. I went straight into resus for sort of 5 or 6 hours, where the consultants did a lot of tests to try and figure out what was going wrong, ultrasounds, x-rays, more blood tests than I've ever had in my life. And eventually they landed on the idea of a hormone deficiency, which was later confirmed to be Addison's disease, which is the absence of cortisol and aldosterone. In the UK, Addison's disease affects about 10,000 people. It's a bit like pickleball, I guess. A lot of people have sort of heard of it but don't quite know what it is or where they heard of it. Much rarer than diabetes, about 300 times rarer. And basically what it is everyone's got adrenal glands which sit on top of their kidneys. One of their jobs is to produce cortisol, which helps you to regulate your blood pressure, appetite, salt, electrolytes. And they've not quite figured out for what reason why yet, but my adrenal glands basically don't work. I was in hospital for a week. I had to have quite a lot of dental treatment as a result of the incident that happened. I lost quite a considerable amount of weight. For people who know me, I don't have a lot of weight to lose in the first place. So there was a period of recovery. Sort of as soon as I'd processed, you know, the diagnosis and I was getting back to work, it's something I thought was really important for me to do, was to link up with the Addison's disease self-help group. When I was in hospital, they were a vital source of information. They've got an advice forum, which is amazing. And because Addison's is a rare condition, it doesn't often get the masses of funding that other conditions do. So literally any funding is so beneficial for this charity. The research is still ongoing. There's different things they're looking into to make life for people with Addison's a lot easier. So definitely some lifestyle changes and taking stock and things like that, but hopefully moving now towards a point where I'm understanding the diagnosis better and how to manage it, and then hopefully in the future getting back out into competition.
Well, you can donate right now. Anything you can give would be very gratefully received. You can also do so by scanning the QR code on screen or by visiting the website premierpickleball.co.uk. And if you want to find out more about Addison's disease, there are all the details you need on the support group's website on screen now for you as well. Plenty more action then from the Franklin Premier Pickleball League right after this.
nice looking trophy, Rob.
Fantastic. The Evelina Trophy, named after Ed and Emily's daughter. So in the match coming up next, we've got Louis Laville and Emily Jelly versus James Chowdhury and Jess Wilson. So on the far side of the court, we have Emily Jelly playing on the left of camera, on the right-hand side as we define it in pickleball, and Louis on the left, blowing on his hands. And then James Chowdhury on the left and Jess Wilson on the right. 0-0. And first strike there to Emily and James. Emily and Louis. What a great shot from Jess Wilson.
That was brilliant.
Just dismissed that ball away.
I was still admiring James's shot back as well. So. Oh, just over-egged that one.
Yeah, right decision. Certainly a little bit harder hitting than we've seen in some of the other matches so far. Already the pace has switched up a notch. So good defensive position there from Emily, but that ball's hit too hard. It's going to be hard to get anything on that.
Yeah.
Kind of get down low and pray that it's going to hit the middle of your paddle and do all right. So 2-1. Now to 3-1.
I can see James is wearing a RAQT t-shirt, but it's not the team one. Oh.
I think James may have made his other one a little bit too damp.
3-3.
Oh.
Now we hope that there's going to be no controversial decision here with obviously Ed having his partner on one side of the court.
That's true.
As umpire.
Yeah. Conflict of interest here.
Yep. There we are into the lob phase again.
That was a good use of the lob by Louis.
That's such a great point.
That was a good point.
Superb defensive use of the lob there by Louis Laville. And just making them play one more shot.
That's a cool replay though for James. Into the net.
5-3.
5-3 to Team Pickleplay.
Oh, that was lovely, Jess.
Yeah.
She actually, when she's playing with James, she's got more confidence, hasn't she?
Yeah. Well, you know you've got someone
4-5.
that's going to dynamic and powerful on your side of the court.
Yeah.
So
tied.
5-5.
5-5.
Six, 5.
That's the thing you've got to remember in team play with rally scoring. That if you get those shots wrong, you're giving a gift to the other team. So you've got to be more
6-6.
really.
Certainly, with these rally scoring formats, obviously quite popular with the sort of SEPL,
7-6
Pickball League. People can get a little bit more cautious. But then if you get tight, that can be the worst thing you can do. Oh, Jess.
Oh, unlucky.
The only way that shot's going to work is if you're hitting Louis. Because anything else, that's going long.
She's too nice to hit
7-7.
That's great control from that. Oh.
Yeah.
I do think Emily's not resetting enough from the baseline.
Not coming forward either.
I mean, she's staying back a little bit.
8-7.
And then she's not really resetting. Balls that
and
need
as
to
soon
be
as we
reset.
said that, she's come up.
Yeah, but still the same outcome.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very hard to get away
9-7
at the baseline and just crack your way through it.
Yeah, in doubles, definitely.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
inside out there from Louis.
That was a wonderful inside out. He's so good at that.
8-9.
Yeah, good intercept again there from Louis. Part of the problem with Emily trying to come forward is because Louis is so dynamic in taking that third shot.
9-9.
She's kind of blocked off because he's always in front.
Yeah.
She's always lost that step she could take in front. Good catch, Samuel Anderson there. Jess's partner catching it on the sideline.
10-9.
Oh, that's in. Great shot there from Jess. But aided by Louis' cut, because he cut underspun it so much. There was so much spin she could use for the top spin to get it to dip. Really good recognition of the spin from Louis there. Ooh.
Timeout
being called.
12-9.
So 12-9 to Team RAQT. And just taking a minute here to rebreathe. It looks like Jess and James aren't doing a lot. Just going to kind of keep that momentum going. Obviously, what they're trying to do is to break that momentum, change some things strategically. I mean, I'd like to see maybe Louis trusting Emily to hit a couple of those third shots, because what we're looking here is that Emily is always 1 or 2 sets behind the baseline when Louis is hitting that third shot. So if she's hitting it, Louis can come a step or 2 forwards, be a real threat and get in and maybe look at some shake and bakes, or just to be a bit more in.
But Jess has also spotted that with Emily being a bit behind, she's a good target for Jess, right?
Time in, 12-9.
Oh, it's just away. Just away.
Is it?
Yeah, just wide. No, just wide.
Okay, all right. My eyesight needs checking then. I thought that was in. Or at least I give generous.
10-12.
That's always a good thing to be, Karen. Yeah, there's an acre of space to hit there.
That was lovely, Jess.
Good recognition. Louis over cheating now. Trying to do too much.
13-10.
So 13-10 to RAQT. A couple of points to go for him. Yeah, Louis Leville all over the net there.
That was great playing.
11-13.
That's long. The power of hitting one more shot, Karen. Just stick it in. Sometimes you just got to live to fight another day and hope for the best. You don't always have to hit it perfect.
No, but what would have been nice is if we'd seen that end ball, you know, where it landed. By concentrating on James, you don't get to see
look at that. Look at that drop. Wow.
Oh,
the knuckleball.
It went in.
Knuckleball. Oh. Literally off the end of Jess's paddle. Spinning like a knuckleball in baseball. Landed funny, and Louis still able to react.
13-13.
So now 13-13.
Oh, this is nail biting. As we'd expect for a final, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's gone wide.
Oh, just over baked.
So that timeout seems to have shifted the momentum, and now we've got game point on Pickleplay's paddle.
14-13.
That's a manual, I believe.
No, I'm talking about the gentleman with him.
Oh, Louis, you've gone too far. Trust Emily on that one. She can come in and crack it with that forehand.
14-14.
You might rude to regret that.
Yeah. So that's one down, one more to go for Team RAQT. 2 clear points for victory at 14-14. But no free, so you can still score your points. Effectively, you're always going to be winning on serve. And that's now 15-all.
$15-all.
Lou with a switch hit there. off of Louis' foot by the looks of it. Emily's able to get it back. So 16-15.
16-15.
Game ball on Jess Wilson's paddle. Oh, and James just trying to in-skate off a low ball there. A risky strategy. Maybe just get one of those dinks in.
16 all.
Oh, great early defence there from James. Oh! He did all the hard work. For those at home not aware of an Ernie, it's where you jump the non-body zone line, take the ball out of the air,
17-16
outside the court, as exhibited by Louis Leville there. That should be going in the net or wide, yeah, and it does. So we're now at 17 all. Really tight game here. Obviously, evidence of the standard of quality of play. There's not a lot between the teams. So just trying to do a bit too much of that. Just get into that point again if you're 2 or 3 foot behind the baseline.
18-17.
You're not going to hit your way out of trouble. And that is
Set 1
game
to
1
Pickleplay.
to Team Pickleplay. So first strike there in game 1 to Team Pickleplay. Certainly that timeout they took towards the end of game 1 had a big shift in momentum, just arrested the rot and able to get some momentum back into that point. Just get a minute break or so while we're going to be changing ends. Okay, so as we stand now, we're looking at 2-0 to Team RAQT, who had a comprehensive win in both men's singles and women's doubles. And now we're looking at 1 game to Team Pickleplay. Just about to restart very shortly. We can see lots of family members on the sidelines, just waiting, supporting their team here. I can see the Lillaville family and I can see the Gillies. I think Evelina might have gone for a little nap. I can't see her down there with her grandma. And so we're just about to get underway in a moment. Emily Jelly here, one of the directors of the league, on camera. So, Louis Leville, captain of Team Pickleplay. So let's get underway. So just trying to keep themselves warm, moving around, relax between those games. Obviously, it's important to be able to refocus at times, but also switch off. This can be a mentally demanding game, particularly with the strategy and tactics that are available.
0-0.
Great initiation on the backhand there from Louis. That pulled just a fraction too high and punished.
1-0.
Golden opportunity there for Jess that just went missing.
2-0.
Oh. The classic sorry not sorry.
1-2.
We see every way across the land in Pickle. Oh, good counter there from Louis. Just initiated definitely on the right ball there. Just possibly a little bit lacking in the targeting. Something a little bit wider. She's had enough height to get that cross court and down, so could possibly go more at Emily's feet on that ball.
3-1.
And that's just away by looks of it.
Review.
Oh, we have a review, and whilst we are undertaking the review with Hawkeye, we have Doris Rood joining me back in commentary. Good afternoon, Doris.
Hello again, Rob. Wow, third challenge.
Yep. And here we go, and we are looking
mighty close.
I would say.
It's going to clip it. Wow.
What's the call we got from here? That looks
2-3.
2-3. So that was.
Yeah. So it was an in call.
I'm trying to think who called the challenge. It was
3-3.
We're now at 3-3. Let's move on to the next point. Oh, that's gone very long. See, it's interesting, Doris, how quick those replays are coming and how clear they are and how zoomed they are.
Yeah, the resolution's actually pretty good.
And even then, we still can't be 100% sure. Because those are very, 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 very close calls. Oh, Louis going for the Ernie there, just pushing Jess under pressure there.
So this is a change-up, right? Because now Jess is playing left instead of right.
No, she's still playing right. Still on the right on her team.
Yeah, of course.
Just changed perspective on the camera.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's gone too far away again. That's interesting. We've only seen Ernies from the men so far. So no female Ernies attempted. It does seem to be a very common thing in the UK. With the commonality of down the line thinking, you can sometimes see.
Yes.
So here we go. Jess has got to go wide there because if she goes down the line, Louis is going to pop. And yeah, James instigating there. That is the challenge. If you're going to go for that Ernie, like Louis is looking to threaten there, it just needs your opponent to come across and speed up at you when you're looking to jump.
5-5.
And you've kind of got a very narrow window with two players in front of you. Nowhere to really counter through. That's a lovely control there from Louis.
6-5.
Oh, and that's in. Great disguise here from Louis Lefils.
$7-5.
Good instigation there from Jess. Oh, unlucky. So she'll be able to stay in that hands battle with Louis and instigate a couple of balls.
8-5.
But you've got to be very careful doing it with Louis. He's got such quick hands. That's gone.
Yeah.
So I've noticed something interesting in this second game, that Team RAQT are starting to return more centrally to the court. So rather than when they were earlier targeting Emily on the return of serve, they're now actually putting more balls to get Louis to hit that third, but rather than getting it really wide to the right where Emily would normally be taking it, they're actually going more central. Which is interesting because it's kind of pinning Louis back a little bit. Whereas often I'd like to see him to try and actually put something down the line to Louis' backhand. So he can't get big on you, and can't instigate and get in front.
But those last few points, we've been seeing Emily going back more, and Louis been staying near.
Oh, look at the hands there from Louis.
Wow.
Great play there.
Wow.
Jumping the line and finishing that point off.
Was he going to try a Burt? Because he was starting with the
that kind of technically was a Burt, although not really jumping completely in front of Emily. So that's a better return. Because obviously that's really, there's no way that Louis can get across that. That's going to target Emily's forehand.
But to be a threat down the line on the left and then be a threat on the right as well, and then all you've got is the middle. Yeah. That's a tricky one.
Yeah, he's reset in there. Wow. Good defense, James. Just do less, Jess. Just do less. Right, we need to see some more positive body language from Jess here. She was looking much happier and better in women's doubles. We just need to see that Jess back on the court. She's getting a bit down on herself. Yeah, that's cuffed him.
Yep.
It's such a mental game, this. There's so much strategy that you can play
8-11
with how you want to put this stuff together.
And also regrouping from that first game as well.
Yeah. Again, Jess trying to get that backhand inside out. It's such a tough ball. Such a tough ball to reset. It's the right shot to try and reset it, but she's swinging too much. That was good from there. James just not overhitting it, staying alive. Yep, that's it. Just sometimes you don't want to overcook those overheads. Just get them in, make your opponent play a difficult shot, and wait for their error. Once you're up on the rally, keep on going, but don't overcook it.
9-12.
So 9-12. Oh, that's a missed serve. That's a horrible one at this time.
Yeah, what's going on with James now?
13-9.
Maybe we get into that end of the day, third round of matches. Oh, yeah. Good play there from Louis, just getting that ball back and getting tight on Jess. So we're now at 14-9.
14-9.
Couple of chances here for winning on Emily and Louis' side. Yep, that's going to get cracked. Yep, good point. Yep.
Game and match pickle play.
Classic. Get the ball up above Jess and then just get it access to her feet.
But you know, Team RAQT still has one matchup on pickle play so far. So.
Yes, I mean, the interesting one is going to come down to the singles and what we're going to see from the women's, because that's going to be the 5th game. What a nice photo there from Ed and Emily.
Yep, and then so now we have the 3rd game.
Yeah, so that's going to be actually game 4. It's going to be Louis and Guy versus.
Oh yes.
Because we're with now 2-1.
Yes, because I was
So we've got Louis and Guy versus James and Dan.
Dan. Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting. You've got obviously the family affair with the brothers Louis and Guy Laville playing together in the next round.
Yeah.
Let's go back over to Dave in the studio.
Big thanks to Rob and Karen there. So the scores all wrapped up at the moment as Pickle Play getting themselves back into it. A 2-1 overall. It was 19-17 and then a 15-9 result for Pickle Play in the mixed doubles there. Of course, another mixed doubles on the way for that 6th round as well. Still plenty more action though to come here from Stratford. We will return in a couple of moments' time.
Since 1987, scan.co.uk have provided the best products, service and supports for the latest tech and professional equipment for individuals, businesses and education. We work closely with top tech brands like Nvidia, Corsair, Asus, Microsoft and more. With great prices, next day delivery, and we're backed by a 5-star Trustpilot rating. So if you're after the very latest in tech, from gaming to content creation, guitars to pro workstations, or even the latest in AI technology, then head to scan.co.uk. You'll find it there. Or contact our dedicated B2B team to discuss any business needs. And enjoy the Premier League Pickleball.
Welcome back to here, the Lee Valley Tennis Centre. It's been an incredible final so far and an incredible season as well. As one of the tournament's founders, Ed Hares, joins me in the studio now. Ed, what a first season it's been here.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been an incredible first season, a lot of fun, and yeah, this is just a great place to end it and just cap it all off.
I was going to say, how would you sum up the whole competition so far heading into this final?
Heading into the final, Team Pickleball Store had been they've been like the form team. They'd won 8 of 10 fixtures in the league. They were the one everyone expected to win. So kind of like through the competition wide open when they lost in their first match, and Team RAQT played incredibly well and dug deep to get to the final. Now they're playing well again in the final.
Well, we've got to see who walks away with the first ever victors, the first ever champions of the Evelina Trophy. But of course, Season 2 on the horizon as well, and I know there's loads of plans there. Can you outline that new structure for us? Because it's really diverse now, what we're looking at.
Yeah, so the new structure for next season, there's going to be 3 leagues happening. There's going to be the main Premier Pickleball League, as there currently is, which is going to be the top tier league, 6 teams of 6 people drafted. And then there will be a second tier below that, which is a Challenger League, which will be, again, teams of 6, same format across matches, and then there will also be a 50-plus division. And then when it comes to match weekends, Masters and Challenger teams will play on the Saturday, and the Premier teams will be on the Sunday, so it'll be a full weekend of pickleball for everyone to enjoy.
So when is this new league taking place then, and what do people need to do if they want to get involved?
So, if you want to be involved, you can go on our website, premierpickleball.co.uk, and you can enter yourself in the draft pool to be selected by one of the captains. The league starts on the 6th of July in Bolton, where the English Open is often held, and the English Nationals.
And I believe there's over 100 people already signed up for the draft.
Yeah, there was 100 a couple of days ago. There's about 130 now. The last few days have been good publicity, so we're at about 130 so far.
Now, what is the main thing you're looking forward to then for that Season 2? Of course, this has been Season 1, the first ever of its kind here in the UK. Season 2, it's expanded massively, as we just saw there. What for you is that personal highlight?
So for me, the personal highlight is the growth of the sport. I mean, we started this off just to get more high-level play in the country, because there haven't classically been loads of top-end pickleballers in the UK, and they're all very spread around the country. So you kind of only get to play each other twice a year at the English Open and the English Nationals. So the league's been a way of having another 6 opportunities a year to mix it with the best, and it's been really positive, and it's meant loads more people have come in, and like the standard next year is going to be far higher than this year. There's so many more people coming to the sport, especially in the younger bracket. There's so many ex-tennis players transitioning over and really driving up the standard.
Now, before I let you go, Ed, I know you've got to get back to umpiring. Of course, we've heard from Sam Basford here all afternoon as well, with the amazing work he's doing for Addison's disease. I know you're a huge supporter of that as well.
Yeah, massively. So Sam's been a really important person in pickleball in this country. So Sam's one of our team sponsors. He was actually one of the first people that played pickleball in this country. He played in America and brought it over with his cousin Peter, and super passionate guy. It was very, very sad what's happened to him with the Addison's diagnosis. So if we're able to use this event as a vehicle to help, that is amazing, and we just want to do what we can to support him and his family.
Well, Ed, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to let you get back to umpiring. It's been amazing to hear about Season 2, and a massive good luck for it as well.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. And, of course, that draft is now open. It's going to be closing on the 26th of May. Visit premierpickle.co.uk to apply, or you can always scan that QR code as well, which we'll post up for you later on this afternoon. So we're going to be heading into men's doubles action next. Of course, 2-1 at the moment overall to RAQT against Pickleplay, and you can see there it's the Brothers of Destruction, Louis Laville and Guy Laville. Of course, those two guys, former GB silver medalists together, and James Chowdhury and Dan Wren. Of course, Dan left-handed. How is that going to play in this men's doubles competition? We'll hand things back over to our expert commentary team with Rob. And who you got with you, Rob?
Hi, thanks, Dave. I've got Lloyd Atchell, owner of the Pickleball Store, with me on commentary box for the first time, but a common commentator with me through the part of the season we've had.
It's great to be here, Rob. Great to be alongside you for the final. It's great to be here, Rob. Great to be alongside you for the final. Obviously, Pickleball Store out a little bit earlier on, but even still, good to see the final games.
You must be proud of your team's performance all through the season.
They've been amazing all season, to be honest. They've put in so much effort. They've progressed so much as a team together. The dynamic has been amazing. And a little bit of commentator's curse, to be honest, because I was on the main stream earlier saying about how they're amazing at Dream Breakers, and actually it was the Dream Breaker that we fell behind on, unfortunately. But a massive shout out to the entire team. They've played so well, and I couldn't be more proud.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, it's been a fantastic season, and the growth in your team has been incredible. Looking forward to this game here. Obviously, we've got Guy Laville, first time on stream today, against Dan Wren and James Chowdhury. I think the interesting part here is how much can Team RAQT access Guy on this game. So obviously you want to try and keep the ball away from Louis because he can cause destruction for you, and obviously what you can do to access Guy is going to be really helpful. So it's underway with Dan Wren. Oh, hello.
Oh.
James looking a little bit limping there. Didn't look
He didn't look comfortable.
Didn't look comfortable, did he? He's just shaking it out by the looks of it. So Dan trying to instigate down the line there, just pulling the trigger. I don't dislike that decision. Obviously, some of the difficulty you've got here is that Guy playing on the right, traditionally you'd be looking to try and access Guy's left foot, because there is certainly his backhand dink is not as strong. So putting him on the right here doesn't expose that shot. So it's hard to work that one slight chink in Guy's armour that I've seen from playing him a couple of times. That's a great inside-out dink there from Dan, just to get it down low on Guy.
Do you think we're going to see a lot of dink battles between Guy and Dan in this match?
I think that's what we'll see a fair bit of, and it's how much can James and Louis instigate and get involved in those battles. Obviously, what you've got that's interesting here is you've got a lefty-righty combo, so you've got a backhand versus a forehand going cross-court.
Do you find players typically prefer the left-handed dink? Or the backhand dink, rather?
No, you'll find most people prefer to go forehand dink. There's a whole ease in instigating and being a little bit more innovative and doing things with your forehand than backhand for most players. That generally your backhand is more of a defensive angle and your forehand is more attacking. Generally speaking. There are exceptions to that. Yeah, great inside out again there from Dan. Just using the disguise to get that quick and around. So 3-2. Sorry, it was 3-3.
3-3.
So 3-3. Yeah, lovely disguise from Dan. Superb. You don't need to hit those balls hard, you need to hit them hard enough to stop your opponent's reactions from firing and getting it.
Louis
thought perfect.
Louis thought that one was going wide.
Interestingly, it looks as though Guy and Louis are playing a lot closer, and Dan and
4-4.
James are playing a little wider, probably because it's forehands through the middle. They can give a little bit more space in that central area. Whereas it's a little bit tighter with Louis and Guy possibly trying to defend Guy's backhand on those middle dinks.
5-4.
Oh, just away there. But you see, the difficulty with the ball that's side spun the way that Louis hit that, as it hits your paddle, it's going to do different things than a straight hit ball. It's going to deflect in different directions. It can be hard to control that angle.
Nice drop by Guy.
Yeah. So if you look on screen, you can see the difference in the widths between the two pairs. There's a lot more space in between Dan and James, but because it's both forehands, they can do that. Because you're threatening the strengths if you're going to go through that gap that appears to be there.
Do you find Louis likes to poach?
Louis likes to be dynamic. I wouldn't say necessarily poach. He likes to see what's there on offer. We've seen an Ernie or two come out of him today.
Yeah, do love a good Ernie. Any Berts on commentary on the stream?
We had a semi-Bert.
Okay.
Where Emily wasn't quite established at the line, and Louis jumped in front. So it's kind of a Robert rather than a Bert fully, because it wasn't quite there. Yeah, good instigation there from James. He's now starting to sit big on that middle tee. Something we saw when he was playing mixed doubles. He was really strong in that middle.
8-6.
And that's making a big difference. Now, that's a classic of where that slice return on the backhand from Guy there gave so much spin that Dan could use with his topspin whip. And straight away, bang, trouble.
Too short of a return as well.
Yeah. Anytime you generate a lot of underspin, your opponent can use topspin and add to that.
Yeah.
So it's just going to make it dip viciously. And that's where Louis wasn't able to control it. Oh, we've seen that. Oh, just long. Are we going to get a review?
Video review on the ball.
Yeah, video review on this. So we're going to get.
I thought we might get one
so
there.
Your first experience of Hawkeye. Here we go. And that is.
Ooh.
I would call that.
That looks
long to me by a fraction.
Yeah, it looks long.
And they're calling it long. Yeah, it's called long.
10-7.
Oh, that's close.
Every one of those, Lloyd, has been that close today. There's been nothing that's been even remotely near. It's all been really, really tight on those reviews. Good stuff there from Dan to cuff up Louis.
I did like Louis' dink that pushed him wide there, though. Just got down out of position.
11-7.
Certainly he's accessing Dan's back foot, if you can get him on his backhand side, has been a successful strategy for some people in previous rounds. But he seems to have added more of his two-handed backhand in to combat that.
8-11.
Which is good to see those chess moves in your strategy and your tactics and skills. So 12-8 to racket.
12-8.
Here comes the lobs. And that's out. No review on that one. But that was clearly long.
13-8.
That is so good from James picking that up. Literally off his right hip, in the air. Controls it.
That is the shot I see him play most. He's just an expert.
Oh, look at that from Dan Wren to finish it.
By Dan.
That is a classic Dan Wren inside in forehand with some curve to get that finished. So, game 1 to Team RAQT. In the end, reasonably comfortable, Lloyd.
Yeah, I mean, James didn't look comfortable entirely throughout. I mean, he doesn't look his full springy self there, but yeah, it did look very comfortable on that win from Team RAQT there.
He just needs to do enough. I think after this, he's done.
Is that it?
I think it would only be if he comes back on a dream breaker.
Okay.
I'm thinking, did he play in the first fixture? Yeah, he did. He was playing with Jess. So yeah, he's. Yeah, so this is it.
This is it.
If he can get through here. So we're now at 2-1 to Team RAQT in the overall fixture, but obviously one game up for Team RAQT. So looking if they can continue through this, they've got to win one of the last three. 2 of the last 3. So
RAQT have pulled it out the bag from 5th seed to final and potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a conversation about how valuable was the runnings to just get your placings, isn't it? And actually that momentum is flying through. So we're back now. It's the first point of game 2. And first blood on this one to Team RAQT. Just getting Louis moving a little bit. I think what we're seeing here is
1-0.
A good amount of balls being seen to Guy, but actually keeping Louis honest. So look how close they are there. That is literally 2 people in the same box.
Oof. Lovely by Dan.
Yeah, with Louis playing so big through the middle, he's got to be perfect on his recovery back. And if there's anything slightly that you can go on, Dan's going to exploit that and then
2-0
something and hope for the best.
So if you were Louis and Guy right now, what would you be doing, Rob?
I like what Louis is trying to do. He's trying to initiate more. The problem is Guy's not giving him room. Guy is sitting on that line. If he sits one step to his right, one step further back, there's just going to be more room for Louis to work. It's going to change the attack vectors that they're going to put on Guy.
Timeout,
there's less.
play.
So straight away we've got a timeout here.
4-0 racket.
A 4-0. So I would be moving Guy a little bit further to the sideline. So it means that if they want to target Guy, they're risking hitting that ball wide. If you look at Guy being a little bit further back, he's got a bit more room if he's going to be countered on. So he's got some more defensive room. He's got some chance to let the ball land and be more initiative on his dinks. It gives Louis room to work. But right now he's sitting up middle of his box, hugging that line. And it's not really giving Louis the room to work. They're so tight as a pair on that right-hand side. We're just a slight... Oh, here we go. Are they switching after the... They're switching on the... Switching sides on the timeout.
4-0.
So now this is where you've got Guy head-to-head with Dan. So what we should now be looking at here is accessing Guy's backhand. And straight away he's getting cuffed.
Yeah.
Having had success in the English Nationals 2 years ago against Guy on the left,
5-0,
repeatedly hitting that backhand, I wouldn't be surprised to see this from James matching up side by side. And there we go, Dink error number 2 on the backhand. So obviously they're trying a different look here, but now we are obviously exposing
6-0.
Guy to James running around that forehand and then instigating some stuff like that's a bit speculative there, but at 6-0 up you can probably do that, Lloyd. You can let that one go away.
Reminiscent of the British lob they introduced at the US Open.
So 1-6. Oh, that's so nice, beautiful. And Dan ran there.
Lovely misdirection there.
Last minute change to the paddle angle, and off you go.
7-1.
We're now at 8-1. So I would expect to see, if we get into a dink battle cross court, James starting to run round his backhand and do some forehand dinks into Guy. Oh, that got away with that. Dan was going to reroute that. That's such a simple put away, but sometimes they're the ones that go in the net.
2-8.
Oh, so they're now... What's going on here with the positioning of Guy and Louis?
Looks like swap back.
Yeah, but I thought you couldn't do that unless it's on timeout. Oh, okay. So
9-2.
Oh. What can they do here, Rob? They're in a tricky situation, 10-2 down.
Get into some degree of rally somewhere along the line. Just do something. Don't try and get clever. Bang, there we go again. There's not anything penetrating from Guy's backhand dink. So James is just sitting and waiting.
11-2.
Instigate and off we go.
Louis looking
so now 11-2.
A little bit frustrated. I think he's not been able to get into the game as much as he would have liked.
And there we go again. It's just merciless attack here on Guy.
12-2.
Perfect lob. 13-2. Applause there from Guy and that perfect lob there from James Chowdhury. So it looks like it's only going one way. I would consider maybe a timeout, but maybe they've just decided it's not worth the effort. Oh. So that's one. That brings one back. Maybe that's going to just pause momentum a little bit, Lloyd.
Maybe a momentum shift. We shall see after this point.
3-13.
And that's gone long. That is...
It's not what you need at this stage of the game.
No, not at that point. Guy shaking his head.
Timeout, maybe?
Not at this point.
14-3.
I think the goose is cooked. The fat lady may be singing. And there we go. There's a.
Goes for the scorpion in the last point.
And I think he ends up hitting Guy on the rebound by mistake. So yeah, a 15-3 win on that second game. Absolute resounding victory for Team RAQT there. Not really a lot they could do, just onslaught and a huge amount of pressure there that Guy Laville faced.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure, and I mean, it doesn't detract from the performance the guys over at RAQT have just put in. James and Dan played solidly throughout with his left hand. Really nice misdirect shot there. Probably my favourite shot I've seen of the day, to be honest. Interesting to see what happens going into the next game there, Rob.
Yeah, we'll throw that back over to Dave in the studio.
So a big result there for RAQT against Pickleplay. We'll have a quick look at how that looks overall for the score. Yeah, well, Pickleplay, they need something, and they need it now from that women's singles round on the way. Of course, RAQT, one more point, and that Evelina Trophy is coming home with them. But first, I want to welcome to the studio now from the Pickleball store, the brilliant Bernie Alderbert. Bernie, unfortunately, injury today meant that you couldn't take part with the team. Unfortunately, #1 seeds didn't make it through to the final. They missed you out on the court today.
Yeah, I would have loved to play, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. Foot was still hurting. It happened a couple weeks ago and didn't happen. But they're doing all right now, so we're hoping to get the bronze.
Well, this is it. I mean, you've had such a great season as well. #1 from pretty much fixture 2 all the way into that Dream Breaker final. And I mean, if you looked at it before and you were a betting person, Vadia's in there. You would have put money on you guys, but it just didn't happen this time round. The momentum just kindly ran out of steam. It's been a great dominating season for you.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a tight one we had right here, Dream Breaker, so just needed a little bit, but didn't quite make it.
There's always season 2 though, right?
Yeah.
So this final so far then, of course, RAQT seed 5 and Pickleplay seed 2. It's been going all RAQT's way at the moment. They've not got much depth in their squad, but it doesn't really seem to be affecting them at the moment.
Okay, yeah, unfortunately I didn't get to watch on this court because my team's playing over there. But
spoken like a true teammate of the Pickle store. It's like, no one else matters. No one else matters.
I was totally over there watching.
How is the action now on court 2?
We won both our first matches, so
amazing.
We're doing very well.
Fantastic. Yeah. So hopefully that bronze is coming back with you guys, right?
Well, we're hoping to.
And so how's the squad looking for next season? Because we noticed Thadia at the start of the season, she drafted a lot of younger players alongside yourself, and so to use yourself and her to kind of coach the next generation through.
Well, I don't know really how it's going to work for the next season 2. It's probably going to be, it could be different captains, different co-captains, so it's going to be rearranged completely different, I think. So
shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, they'll just have the draft after that, so we don't know who's going to play with who.
But we've seen you guys kind of mature as a group as the season's gone on as well, because, I mean, you've got Emerson in there, 15 years old.
He has improved tremendously. It's fun to watch him play here, even in singles particularly, but he's had some really good mixed doubles matches as well, so I was quite impressed. He's done well.
Well, this is it as well. It's not just the personal growth of each of you as a single athlete, but also as a team coming together. And you really saw that in that semi-final just before.
Yeah, that was interesting. And yeah, everyone in the team has really moved up a little bit, so it's nice to see.
So, of course, you're on court 2, but here on our show court, RAQT against Pickleplay, who do you think is going to win and why?
I'm not sure about the why, but we lost to James' team, and I thought they were quite solid, so I'd have to give an advantage to their team.
So we're going to say, RAQT, if you're going to lose to the hopeful champions,
yeah,
right?
That's
well,
right.
Bernie, thank you so much for your time.
Yep, no
We've still got plenty more action on the way here in Stratford. We'll be back with you in just a few moments.
1987, Scan.co.uk have provided the best products, service and support for the latest tech and professional equipment for individuals, businesses and education. We work closely with top tech brands like Nvidia, Corsair, Asus, Microsoft and more. With great prices, next day delivery, and we're backed by a 5-star Trustpilot rating. So if you're after the very latest in tech, from gaming to content creation, guitars to pro workstations, or even the latest in AI technology, then head to scan.co.uk. You'll find it there. Or contact our dedicated B2B team to discuss any business needs.
So here we go then, the finale of the Franklin Pickleball Premier League, and it's all going the way of RAQT at the moment. 3-1 up against Pickleplay. Pickleplay number 2 seeds in the league, RAQT 5th seed. We head into our women's singles competition. Emily Jelly, who's missed most of the season through pregnancy, representing Pickleplay in this one, and Jess Wilson from RAQT representing RAQT. Of course, they have less depth in their side. How is that going to play into this one? Jess was a key part of that dream breaker in the semi-final to take us through all of the action. We'll hand it over to Rob and Lloyd.
Thanks, Dave. We're just getting ready to go. Looks like Emily just doing a quick repair on the shoes, get those laces tied up, ready for that first game. So, yeah, everything to play for. This could be the deciding match if Team RAQT win.
This could be the deciding match, Rob. I really like how Emily's been playing recently, though. I saw her at one of the Mediterranean Opens in Spain, and she has just gone from strength to strength in her gameplay. So really exciting to see her back on the court, doing what she loves and doing what she does best. Yeah, obviously, we don't know how many nights of sleep she's getting with little baby Evelina in the house. Hopefully she's behaving herself and letting mum and dad get well rested. So 0-0, Jess to serve. Yeah, first strike there for Emily. Lovely little drop there by Emily. Just didn't quite get enough on that shot after her approach to the net to get on top of things. Yeah, great play there for Emily. All set up by that really deep serve. Really deep serve, and a really nice return as well on the third shot.
2-0.
Well, that's a great return there from Jess Wilson. Literally painting the line. Not even an attempt at putting the Hawko line call in on that one.
1-2.
Jess sent that way long. Now, Jess has changed her paddle. She's got using a different paddle for singles and doubles. This is the Power Pro version of her Diadem paddle. So you use that paddle? I do actually use that paddle. Singles, doubles? Everything. Oh, unlucky Jess, just a little wide there. Until my Speed Pro arrives. Okay, and then brand new one. Yeah, I'll be switching over to that one. Well, certainly having a go at it.
4-1.
So 4-1. Oh. Yeah, that was sitting up there. A bit of going back behind your opponent rather than hitting into the gap from both players there. That's going to go wide. Emily just not quite set on hitting that forehand, just sort of got a bit close to her and sort of to pull it away. Oh, that's a great, great shot there from Jess.
Jess has improved so much throughout the season. From seeing her on the first day of the PPL to seeing her now, she has just grown massively as a player.
So 5-4.
5-4.
Yeah, that was the right ball to approach in on. Oh, that's such a nice angle. Once you've got that net and your opponent's pinned and they're pinned and wide, you're always going to be on the front foot in that rally.
6-4.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Net. Jessie's serve is interesting. She's got this big wind-up, and it reminds me a little bit of Jack Foster's in America. It's really close to her body and winds up, and if you look at the contact point, it's really close to her body. That just sent long. Sure. If you can contrast it with Emily's forehand is just a little bit further away from her body in more conventional tennis. Although Jess comes from a tennis background, it's a lot more compact and mechanic on that forehand drive. So you see how much wider that ball she's making contact from there is. Yeah, good shot going behind her.
Watching her play, she winds up on quite a lot of her shots as well.
You know the pace is coming, so she's relying upon the extremity of the pace rather than any disguise. It's been effective for her. She's won a lot of medals. Yeah, just taking the pace off there, keeping that ball deep. No need to overhit it. Maybe we're going to see a timeout in another point or two. Time if Emily can't stop this run. That looked away, but obviously must have caught the line. So 6-9. Yeah, that's a great
lovely passing shot.
Just a little bit too wide, but not wide enough. That sort of mid-court on width is deadly in singles because your opponent can just crack it past you. You've got to get that more central or wider. Yeah, that's in. Oh, good play there.
I feel like Emily did all the hard work there. Yeah. She set the point up really well.
The problem is if you go in the middle strip of each side of the court,
10-7.
You're in trouble. You either will go really wide or more central to restrict those angles. Because there you can rip inside there. If Jess had got just a little bit more on that earlier, that's cross court and gone. You put it 2 foot wider, no chance of getting at it. 2 foot nearer the middle, no angle to work. And once again, we see that. Oh. You've got to be going extremities or central. Otherwise, it's just too much court to cover. That's a good pick up there from Jess. Really good play. So 12-8. Getting really close there.
We've got a timeout.
Yep.
What would you be saying to each of the players here, Rob?
Jess, just keep doing what you're doing. It's working. Just keep confident. I mean, I think you've got to keep Emily up on this. You can't be too tough on her. She did a cracking job in the doubles. You've just got to keep her positive. She knows what she needs to do. There might be a small strategic change you want to make, but you don't want to be overloading your player with too much info. You need to have that, give them one thing to change your focus on. Don't give them 5, give them 1, maybe 2.
Time in.
No more than that, there's too much going on.
Sounds like you're a pro of the timeouts here, Rob.
Yeah, so straight away. There's an element of Emily's now coming a little bit more aggressive. Maybe that coaching from Captain Louis is go for it. Take it to her.
9-12.
Playing passive is not going to work. Straight away we're seeing that. Going.
Oh, it was a really nice shot. A really nice serve, really deep return as well.
I don't mind that she's going for it. I mean, there's going to be the odd error if you're going hard. It's better to do that than just capitulate. So we're now at game point on the pedal of Jess Wilson to serve.
14-9.
Well, that's a great down the line shot there from Emily. And hit just hard enough to prevent Jess moving across and getting that cross-court angle. If you hit that a little bit softer, you're in trouble.
10-14.
So 10-14. Still game point to Jess. Yeah, well picked up, Emily. Just a little high for Jess to control that high ball, so she couldn't put enough on it.
I'm liking this from Emily, though. She's come out of the gate with a lot of intensity.
At that timeout, she's going for it. Oh. Yeah, that's got it. So game one goes to Team RAQT. Jess Wilson. But much better second phase of that game after the timeout for Emily. If I was Louis, I'd say you've turned the corner. Keep going with that intensity. Keep going for it. Keep pushing hard. So, where we are right now in this game, if Jess Wilson can win this game, that is the grand finale over, and the final and the Evelina Trophy will go to Team RAQT. So it's all to play for Emily here. She's got to bring her team back and bring 2 games back to keep her team alive.
No pressure, Emily. But
if you're an athlete, this is what you play for.
Yeah, I mean, she had a really nice turn there, I think. A lot of momentum going her way, so it'd be really interesting to see where the next game goes.
And obviously she's got the serve, so she's got a chance to really start strong and implement on this. That's a good first point for her. Also out by that first serve, nice and deep. Bit of topspin on it.
I'm really liking the deep serves there. That's a Coach Louis special. He loves a deep serve.
Good leave there by Jess if we think she was leaving it. I think we can give her that one as a leave. There's never any problem with hitting with depth in pickleball, pretty much. That's such a great third ball coming inside out and hitting the backhand cross court on that. Both ladies are definitely looking to try and hit forehands here.
2-1.
More than they can. And Jessie's screwball serve, where she kind of has that compact motion and hugging that centre tee. So effective on the even side.
3-1.
Yeah, Jessie's definitely getting off to a good start again like she did in the first game.
Would you be tempted to take a timeout, break the momentum a bit? It's not been a very long...
One or two more. Let's see. Let's have 1 or 2 more points go. Let's see if there's any indication. Okay, so I can see that Louis is patrolling around the baseline, trying to be a visible presence there to support Emily. Yep, that's done it with the net call, but without it, it was still going in. I think you've got to break it. You've got to take that time out in a point. You've got 2 per game. You've got plenty of choice. Yep. That's it. Done. Check that kitchen line. Yep, no, she was good. Stayed in. So 9-1. Oh, so 8-1. Hang a minute. Are they checking a foot fault here? They are going to double check it. They are checking it.
You did call it, Rob.
Yeah.
It's something in you said.
I think it was okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Can we see the foot? See the foot here? Let's have a look. Just double checking the review on the shot. Here we go. And go back before the shot impact. Yep. No, it's all good. All clear. Yep. A couple of inches away.
That's a close call, but clear.
7-1.
So 7-1.
There it is, the Evelina Trophy.
That's a down the line ball, so that's going to go back cross court. Oh! what's this? Oh, another review here on the sideline call here.
Is that from hitting the bar?
I think it is from whether it was sideline or hitting the bar. Let's have a look. It is... Oh, it's very wide. But obviously Jess is completely unsighted there. She's kind of covered by the Franklin Pickleball logo there. Also, title sponsor. Thank you to Franklin for sponsoring the Premier Pickleball League.
2-7.
So Jess is halfway there at 8-2 and a big lead.
8-2.
Oh, maybe that is a change of fortune. Sometimes it can be something as simple as a fraction inch higher to get that cord in. That's long, that's 2. This could be a momentum shift. And that's 3.
Nice. Really
Great
nice
drive there for Emily Jelly.
It's all it takes.
Yep.
A net cord.
Yep. 1 brings 2 brings 3, like they used to say in cricket. This is where it's important to reset and refocus and hit a cracking cross-court winner like that.
I feel like a commentary curse there again, Rob. But a lovely shot there by Jess.
9-5.
Oh, the photographer's actually inside the court. Good pick up there by Jess. Yeah, good play there by Emily, covering that kitchen 9 strong. So 6-9.
It's a really nice job there, just moving Jess from side to side.
6-9.
Oh, overkick that.
For you, when you play singles, Rob, what's the single strategy? How does that compare to the game we're seeing here?
Well, Jessie's doing a very classical, let's hit to backhand through the middle of the court without serve that she's got. So keeping it, there's no width on that forehand. Of course, she knows that Emily loves that forehand. And then you're trying to hit to winners or where they're not. And it's very much what we're seeing here. We've seen a lot more net play from both ladies than we traditionally see in women's singles. It's often a lot more baseline rally based. Oh, that's an interesting strategy. I like Emily being big and making her hit that line and probably creating the unforced error there.
7-11.
Just by being aggressive. Oh, convenient score, 7-11. Okay, so 12-7. 3 points away from winning it for Team RAQT.
12-7.
Yeah, that's gone wide again. Jessie's running this pattern over and over again. Keep that really central serve on the even side score. Force Emily to run around her forehand. Run around her backhand hit with that forehand.
13-7.
Oh, there's open court there. Just need to get it over. James Chowdhury there still looking happy. At 8-13. Got a bit of a run. Time now to make a run if you're going to do it at any time now, Emily. And that's out. So 9-13. Just 2 points to go for Team RAQT.
9-13.
That looks like it's going to go long. So that is match and championship point on Jess Wilson's paddle.
14-9.
Let's see if we get that scribble serve down the middle again. Yes, we do. And that is it. Game, fixture, match and title to Team RAQT.
There we have it, folks. A win, a championship win there for Team RAQT. A really, really well played by Jess there at the end. She has been outstanding all day.
It's lovely. There's a couple of times earlier in the day when she was seen to be struggling and getting on top of herself, and then she's come through and pulled it through for her team. So we can see the winning team here, Team RAQT, with Jess Wilson there, Mercedes Baxter Chinnery, James Chowdhury and Dan Wren. Our smallest team of the day, just 4 players. And oh, here we've got, unfortunately, our second place team today. Sabrina Edwards Pereira, Emily Jelly, Tom Turney there we didn't see on Championship Court today, Guy Laville, Louis Laville.
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't see much of Tom today. He's feeling a bit under the weather from what I understand.
Oh, we've got Mensa Auntie Giuliano as well, that was obviously from Team Pickleplay. So Tom was under the weather, so not able to play another one like Bernie that scratched.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit shame to see. I played with Tom personally, and I know he'll be feeling it. He'll be gutted to not have played as much, but a massive congratulations to Team RAQT there on the win for the first ever Premier Pickleball League. The winners of the Evelina Trophy.
Yes. So looks like we're going to be getting ready to just go down to the floor there with Dave, our presenter, who obviously taking care of the medal ceremony, the presentation. So everything's ready down on the floor. Looks like they're getting the team together. So let's go over to Dave, courtside.
Well, a massive congratulations to all of our sides who have competed in the first ever Franklin Pickleball Premier League. It's been an absolutely incredible day of competition. Your final just there, Pickleplay against RAQT. First, though, to begin our trophy ceremony of the Evelina Trophy, please welcome to the court, on behalf of Pickleball England's Chair, Karen Mitchell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your runners-up, the incredible team Pickleplay. So one more time, ladies and gentlemen, your silver medalists, Pickleplay. Louis, if we could just get a few words from yourself. Second seeded all through the season, all the way to the grand final as well. I mean, what a performance all the way through.
I mean, thank you for that. Yeah, no, we've had phenomenal seasons. I'm really proud of my team. They played exceptionally well all year. We've managed to get a bye through semis, managed to win a really good semi. And we all played really well in the final. I mean, just hats off to RAQT. They were phenomenal. Thoroughly deserved their victory.
And there was some real hustle between the whole side, the real camaraderie all together.
Yeah, we've had that all season. We just wanted to make sure, you know, we're a family here. We want to make sure everyone gets a game, everyone plays, everyone has a good time, and I think we did that today.
Of course, season 2 on the way as well. This squad, absolutely phenomenal. We're going to keep all these guys together. We're going to be back once again next year.
It's going to be a really exciting draft. I'm looking forward to it. They're all signed up, so we'll see what happens.
Well, congratulations to make it all the way to here. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, your silver medalists, Pickleplay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your winners of the first ever Franklin Premier Pickleball League. The champions of the Evelina Trophy, RAQT! So, ladies and gentlemen, your champions of the first ever Franklin Premier Pickleball League, Team Team RAQT! Guys, absolutely incredible. James and Jess, I've both got to speak to you here. I mean, Jess, that was an incredible final game in the women's singles.
Thank you.
And I mean, you guys are such a small squad, the smallest squad here in the grand finale. I mean, that fatigue must have been settling in.
I was absolutely exhausted by the end. I just wanted it to be over.
I mean, James, how proud are you of Jess and this whole team? The momentum just carried you through.
Yeah, you know, playing 3 matches today is tough, and it's a huge credit to everyone's preparation for this event. Played some really tough opponents all the way through, and I don't think there was an easy match at all. So, you know, I managed to get a couple of wins early, put some pressure on the board. Jess has played incredible all day, so I think she actually deserves to win that final match and to be lifting the trophy right now.
Well, I mean, you certainly did it the hard way. 5th seeds coming into this, a dream breaker in the semi-final, and Jess taking it home in the end with such a small team. If you can put it into words, how do you guys feel?
I can't believe it. Unbelievable.
You know, guys, I'm going to let you go and celebrate. James, any final words for this side?
One, thanks to my whole team. A couple couldn't be here today, unfortunately, but this trophy is for them just as much as it is for us. And also a huge thank you to the Premier Pickleball League. I mean, putting this together, Ed Hez has been phenomenal in dreaming this up, and there's a whole bunch of people behind the scenes that this wouldn't be possible without them, so a huge thank you to them.
Well, guys, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, your first ever winners of the Evelina Trophy, Team RAQT! Well, what a day it has been. We've had thrills, spills, and a little bit of everything in between. Fast and furious pickleball action from here in Stratford. This is the future of pickleball here in the UK. We can't wait to welcome you back once again. That's it from us here at the Franklin Premier Pickleball League. We can't wait to welcome you back next time.